TotoModder here, and right now I'm going to show you how to make a simple mod that will execute some code when your player swings an item. This can be done using the game variables add item event swing function. So let's get into it. We're first going to remove the old code from our last tutorial, and let's look at the function that you have to use to do this. So it's in this.game.add event item swing. And if we type that function out, you see it takes an item ID, which is the item to be swung. So item ID, we want to swing, let's see, we want to see if the item wooden pickaxe is swung. Then it takes an action or a function to actually execute once the item is swung. So we don't have this right now, so let's go ahead and remove this and go and create that function. So we're going to go down here below the initialize game function and make a public void my item swung, and this takes the parameters of the item that was actually swung. So item swung, and the ITM hand, which hand it was swung from, the right or left hand. So hand swung from. Okay, now we can actually go ahead and add the our function to the list of events. So this.game.add event item swing. Let's go ahead and do an item.pickaxe, wooden pickaxe, and let's point to our function, my item swung. Now, once this runs in game, when we swing the wooden pickaxe, it will execute this function, but this function is blank. So let's go ahead and simply add some code in to make that do something. So in our item swing function, we're going to make it just simply display a notification like the past tutorial. This.game.add notification. You swung the block. .local. Alright, now if we build this and drag it into our mods directory, and we boot up TotalMiner, go and activate our mod in game, and load into our world. Now we have the wooden pickaxe, and if we swing it, it says you swung the block. Branching off from where we just left off, now we're going to make a simple addition or change to this mod to display a notification when we place and mine a block. And to do this, it's very simple. It's in the same area as the add event item swing function. It's in this.game.add event block placed. And it takes the parameter of the block, so where we want to check if the block shop has been placed, and it takes an action. So we need to create that action. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the old code from last tutorial, and we're going to go ahead and make our function public void item placed. And it takes the item or the block that was actually placed, and then it takes the position that it was placed at a global point 3D, and then it takes the ITM hand, which hand it was placed from, hand placed from, and now we have our function and we can add it to the event lists. This.game.add event block placed, and block ID of block shop, and do this.block or item placed. And now when the game runs, if you place the block shop, let's go ahead and give that a name too. If you place the block shop, this code will execute, but it's blank, so let's go ahead and do this.game.add notification. You placed the block. Notification recipient of local again. And let's rebuild this and just simply drag it over and reboot TotalMiner. Don't forget to activate the mod in the setup screen. Okay, now if we go and place the block shop, it should say you placed the block. Now let's make it say the exact opposite when we delete the block or mine the block. Exit out of TotalMiner and go and create. Well, first we're going to look at what the add event block mined takes. It takes the block ID, so again we want to do it on block shop, and it takes an action, this time with some different parameters. The block parameter is the block that was mined. The byte parameter is the previous aux data of the block before it was mined, and the global point 3D is the block's position, and the ITM hand is the hand that it was deleted with. So knowing that information, let's go and look at destroying the block. So item removed, and of course it takes the block removed, the byte previous aux data, the global point 3D position of the block, and the ITM hand deleted from. Let's go ahead and add that to our events of blocks mined. This game.add event block mine and block.block block.block shop this dot item remove. Okay, let's go ahead and add in some code to that. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and add this dot game dot add notification. You mined the block and recipient of local. Okay, now if we rebuild this just like last time and reboot TotalMiner, activate our mod. Now if we place the block, it says you placed the block, and then if we mine the block back up, it says you mined the block.